from Sacramento, it's Let's Spend the Night Together with Dante and Craig. Tonight's musical guests, the Smashing Pumpkins and the Rolling Stones. Take it away, boys.
Puff's got a brand new bag. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Spend the Night Together. I am your host, Dante. With me, as always, is my colleague, cohort, and consigliere, Mr. Craig. Craig, how are things this evening?
Pretty solid.
I'm so fucking happy to hear that.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
For those uninitiated out there, you might be asking yourself, what have I stumbled upon? What am I listening to?
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't I, thrown my computer off a bridge or something like that, and then just followed it, jumped off myself, because life doesn't matter anymore? Well, this is Let's Spend the Night Together. What is this? It's a chat show.
That's good.
Comedy show, where we discuss a wide variety of topics and news. Mm-hmm. Primarily, we focus our attention on pop culture, entertainment, music, news, religion, politics, and finally, what were we saying?
The life and times of W.C. Fields.
Exactamundo, my friend. If you are offended by anything that you hear, listener,
W.C. Fields-esque humor.
and I really mean this. If you are offended by anything you hear, we hope you will keep an open mind, and we know that you will. Because you're an adult, and you know how these things go.
Yeah.
And remember, these are just jokes.
Yeah. And most people probably have gotten to us by way of W.C. Fields.
Most likely.
So we have the same sense of humor as him, so...
A lot of the people actually at the Wax Museum, they were wondering why I was hanging out so often. I'm just like, I'm a fan of W.C. Fields.
Oh my god.
And you're like, that's weird because
no one else who comes through here remembers who he is.
Yeah, well, they had it for a while, but for some reason, somebody stole it, I think, or some crazy thing like that.
That's weird because I saw it in your bedroom.
A lot of people would wonder who would need a wax sculpture of
W.C. Fields,
of movie star
Godfrey Daniels.
I don't know. Hopefully they'll find it. I hope the museum gets it back. But so anywho, we've assembled a terrific, lovely.
Yeah.
Terrific show. Isn't it funny that terrific and terrible sound so
terrific.
similar?
Yeah.
So we've assembled a show for you tonight.
And horrific.
Oh, and horrific as well.
Yeah, we have assembled a great show.
And
we're coming up upon our next Halloween special. Which
Oh, wow.
A lot of subscribers and listeners have been messaging us and emailing us about
They've been bothering us about it.
They've been excited. Really. Are we going to do another Halloween special?
Yeah.
Perhaps another famous musician death story? Because last year we did Brian Jones.
Well, we have to have some
fame.
kind of seance usually.
A seance in the summertime?
That's what I'm going to say. It's because to maybe celebrate the end of the summer.
Yeah.
We've made it through the solstice successfully.
And this,
maybe we try to conjure up the spirit of a dead rock star for the show.
That'd be pretty cool.
And then we make shirts out of it or something, and we try to profiteer from somebody's death.
Oh my god!
You think anybody would have a problem with that? Like the estate of Janis Joplin or Elvis Presley? Well, actually, the podcast isn't that big, so maybe we get one of the lesser known famous celebrity ghosts.
Yeah.
And we try to, be a conduit with them.
That's true. It'd be harder to get an interview, even if it's from the afterlife.
Yeah.
It'd still be harder to get an interview with Elvis, I think.
Yeah.
We could go to Graceland.
Is Big Bopper, didn't he die?
The Big Bopper, yeah.
Oh, am I thinking of Richie Valens?
Yeah, they were on that.
Were they all on the
aeroplane
thing?
together?
Oh, man. Maybe we could try to get all three of them.
Yeah, the Big Bopper.
Is that how
Buddy
it is?
Holly.
It's like if you're not murdered, but if you all die in the same horrible way, right?
Yeah.
Is your soul trapped in limbo with those people in that horrible accident?
I think so.
That'd be terrible if
you're trapped forever.
Since the 50s, they've just been.
Well, only if they have unfinished business.
Oh, that's true.
Which a lot of them probably do. Buddy Holly never got to be the pop star he wanted to be. Poor guy.
Jeez
the
Louise.
Crickets got bigger than the Beatles after he died.
Yeah, that's true. People tell me there's a lot of crickets to this show. And I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Follow around this show.
So, yeah, we're just going to get to it. It's only rock and roll. But I like it.
Like it. Yes, I do.
You have to have a lot of skill just to stop it right there.
Oh my god.
It's perfection. All right, everybody.
Yeah, this is our music
only rock and
segment.
roll.
We like to shape the show around us talking tunes.
Talking tunes. We like to strum the old guitar here.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of some rockin' tours ourselves.
Plucking on the old banjo, so to speak.
We were in a skiffle group, actually.
Yeah, skiffle group.
So today we're talking about the Smashing Pumpkins.
All the way.
Smashing Pumpkins. They just they celebrated their 30th anniversary. So.
Oh yeah.
It's just this picture. There's this picture on Loudwire of Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray's brilliant singer Mark McGrath.
Yeah, Mark McGrath. I couldn't think of his name, and he's embracing
his protege Billy Corgan. He taught him everything he knows.
And Billy Corgan is dressed like Kylo Ren from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or some kind of, I think that was like
the
Monk's Row from Assassin's Creed. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah,
it's
exactly.
chainmail.
Or almost like that movie Equilibrium.
Yeah.
What Christian Bale wore.
He looks good. All right,
that's that's pretty much like a Door era, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the one where he wore that nutty outfit where he was like completely shaved head and had like a really long black like wizard?
Yeah, I don't even know how to like shroud.
That's kind of what this shroud.
All right, so
cowl.
The Smashing Pumpkins held the 30th anniversary celebration last night. August 2nd is when this happened. Performing a New Jersey gig with plenty of special guests among them who graced the
Emphasis
stage.
on special.
Courtney Love, Deftones, Chino, Moreno. I should know that, but I don't know how to say his name. AFI's Davey Havok.
Isn't he from near our
neck
we
of the
hail
woods.
from?
And Sugar Ray's Mark McGrath. Now that's what I'm talking
AFI's
about.
Davey Havok.
Yeah.
But the real star is Mark McGrath. Man, it's too bad we couldn't have our third leg, our kickstand Art on the show, because he's an AFI and Davey Havok aficionado.
So they were playing.
And he even likes block audio.
They were playing all types of tunes.
Did they play block audio songs?
No block audio songs, but they were playing Tonight, and then a cover of Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven.
Wow.
And that with the Killers, Dave Koonin and Mark Stomer made an appearance during Cherub Rock, 1979.
1979, that's
Following
cool.
the duo of tracks, the most 90s thing to ever happen took place. I love the way that they write these things.
The most
because I couldn't hate the writers of these anymore.
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins covered Sugar Ray's Fly with Mark McGrath.
I just wanna fly.
I remember years ago,
despite all my rage.
I think it was like on Access Hollywood, and Mark McGrath is coming out of some club in LA, and some guy's like, "Hey, Sugar Gay, Sugar Gay," and Mark McGrath's like, "What the fuck did you say?" And he goes over there, he's like, "Say it to my face." And the guy's like, and he's like, "Yeah, that's what I thought. You're not," and he just punks him out.
Oh,
damn right, I'm Sugar Gay. I just want to fly.
He is a rock star.
He is he punked out that guy. He proved to him he's no Sugar Gay.
Yeah, that's
Sugar
true.
Ray with an R.
That's very true.
McGrath even turned the set back yet another decade, honoring the 80s with a cover of Judas Priest's Breaking the Law. Breaking the Law.
I'm not familiar with.
Law.
I have to admit, I'm not a big Judas Priest knower of songs.
You're not like all... I know you. You're the black leather and... you know, the chains and the whips.
And a lot of...
guy. Yeah. So that's a little surprising, but...
Yeah.
After McGrath departed the stage when the Pumpkins performed their all-time classic, Today, Courtney Love came to the stage.
Wow, they performed it today? What song did they do?
Courtney Love came to the stage to sing some of her most well-known material.
Ah, his ex. Billy Corgan's ex.
Oh, did they, were they
lovers?
Lovers?
Well, they fucked.
But
Does
they
that mean
know
lovers?
each other. I mean, yeah. You could have a physical emotion with somebody, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about a spiritual level.
I don't know if
Craig.
they had a spiritual.
You think there was a
connection.
spiritual
There probably was.
connection there?
There might have been.
Oh man!
Tonight.
All
She
right,
might have been his little bullet with butterfly wings. Who knows?
Smashing Pumpkins and Love jammed hole hits.
They jammed holes.
Hits.
It's.
Celebrity Skin in Malibu.
I don't know a lot of holes.
We're gonna play it. Come out of the break. I
Cool.
don't give a shit.
Finally.
Finally,
Yeah.
The Rock has come back.
Oh
No,
my
finally, Davey Havok, that jabroni, Davey Havok in New World Order / Joy Division, Peter's Hook. Peter
Oh
Hook.
my New World Order. Let's start that one over again.
Finally, Davey Havok and New Order / Joy Division, Peter Hook. Close the
my
cameos
God.
out with a couple of songs
Oh my
by
god.
Hook's former bands. New
he's in
Order's
both
Age
those
of
bands?
Consent and Joy Division's Transmission.
Transmission.
And Love will tear us apart again, with Courtney Love returning
Ah.
on stage on the ladder.
Wow.
That's it, man. I wish it sounds
Is
like
it?
sounds like a magical night. I wish
Are you sure that was it?
this hard rocker could have been there.
Oh no.
Because I'd have the devil horns bopping up and down. Because I had
So,
it with a Coors Light in my
They
hand.
had two Killers guys, but they didn't have. It wasn't the singer. Huh?
They didn't have Brandon Flowers.
That's his name, I was
No,
trying
they
to-
didn't have him.
The fucking Roy Orbison wannabe Brandon Flowers.
That jabroni.
Yeah.
I have to go listen back, and did I seriously say New World Order?
Yeah, New World.
The NWO. They had
Everything becomes wrestling.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash came out.
He played in Joy Division. He worked for WCW. Wait a second.
He had
No,
the
you know
TV
what's-
title.
You know what's a weird connection that isn't even a stretch of a joke?
What's that?
Billy Corgan really runs a professional
Oh
wrestling
yeah,
company.
yeah. He's like totally.
So we're not
into-
even making like a
that's not bit
weird
of a stretch,
connection
yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's weird if you don't
Usually
know
we
that
do.
actually.
Yeah.
It's
Come on,
all
stupid.
planned. It's all planned.
Yeah,
Way in
we
advance.
knew that we could start referencing wrestling because of Billy.
Exactly, my doubt.
I promise we don't always just randomly reference
No,
wrestling.
this isn't like a kid with
WWE.
ADD, just with
No.
a tape recorder.
No
just
references.
hit play. And now you have a Stone story.
Yeah.
The Rolling Stones.
The
that
Rolling
is.
Stones. And it's written by the Rolling Stone.
Whoa. What? That.
Yeah. So they wrote it themselves,
any
you think?
correlation, you think?
Yeah, Keith Richards owns it. Owns the magazine.
Oh, wow. Well, that's kind of like. He's just. He's
kinda
not very
the-
modest. If
the
he's just,
snake
it's just
eating its
puff
own
pieces.
tail.
Yeah. It's too bad. Oh, well.
No, but our Rolling Stones and yours, ladies and gentlemen, the Rolling Stones, have curated. They're getting too old to write music, so they curate albums now instead of writing or
Not
recording.
too old to have 19-year-old girlfriends.
Not
though.
too old to curate or to fuck a 19-year-old girlfriend. And Mick Jagger, like, every time he has sex, another woman is pregnant.
Yeah.
Every time
It's
Mick
quite
Jagger
amazing,
comes, an
actually.
angel gets its wings.
He's just setting up franchises all over the world.
Oh my God.
And he can
Yeah.
do it because
Yeah, he's got
isn't
the
he
money.
a knight? In the,
I think
the
he
queen,
is.
The
in Queen's Realm? Yeah.
A legit knight.
The Queen's...
The U.S. doesn't
Royal
have anything
Knights.
fun like that.
No.
We just have
Our
it's like
royalties like the Clintons and Bushes.
Well, it's just like the most you can get is like a Medal of Freedom. You don't get
Yeah.
Sir attached to your
Yeah,
name.
you don't get Sir, like
anything,
Elton John.
Anything cool like that. You just get a medal.
Is Bernie Taupin a Sir?
If he ain't, he ought to be.
That's so that's very true.
A little
So
sidebar.
they're curating an album, the Rolling Stones, a compilation called "Confessin' the Blues," after the classic blues song by someone. Can't remember who wrote that one, but it comes out November 9th, and it fittingly, oh so fittingly, opens with Muddy Waters' "Rollin' Stone,"
Oh, okay, nice.
the band's namesake.
They've been doing a lot more of getting back to the basics.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
last record that came out was all covers.
Was all
right?
covers, yeah, Blue and Lonesome. That was their first album of all covers, which is nutty because their first like 3 albums are like 75% covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also has, like, Chuck Berry. So it's all, like, kind of blues that influence them. And they get, it's almost like a playlist that they pick.
Oh, okay.
And it's also, like, Keith Richards says, he bills it as a perfect education to the genre. Which just, it's actually not as lame as I, like, said it, because... He says, if you don't know the blues, there's no point in picking up the guitar and playing rock and roll or any form of popular music. Wow. That's a little bit of an exaggeration.
Why don't you just put the guitar down?
But it does look like an education. Like, if you wanted to know, like, real blues, like Blueprint, you know, what kind of started it all.
That's cool.
It is all that stuff, because it's Chuck Berry's Little Queenie, Howlin' Wolf's Little Red Rooster that they covered on, like, their first or second album, The Stones. And then Bo Diddley, You Can't Judge a Book by Its Cover.
I wonder if that's going to have the Bo Diddley strum.
Probably. And then little Ronnie Wood, a little guy you may or may not have heard of, Ronnie Wood.
Yeah, he helped me transport
guitarist.
a lot of cocaine, actually.
Oh my
One
God!
time from
Yeah.
South America.
Oh yeah, you and Ronnie and Joe Wood, Ronnie's wife.
That's who it was. Yeah.
And she had to hide the cocaine in her Hey,
package. Yeah.
we had to make a little edit there. We're back now. No.
God bless her, though. You can't meet a finer couple of people.
So, the Rolling Stones' very own guitarist and friend, I don't know why, Ronnie Wood designed the cover,
Really?
cover art. Yeah, which is actually really cool. It's like, I guess just like a drawing or a painting he did.
Sanskrit or
Yeah.
charcoal?
He carved it.
Oh, wow.
It's
a chainsaw?
like, what is that? Yeah, or what is it, like a cave drawing.
Oh,
did
man.
it in a cave.
Let me see. Do you have it?
It's, yeah. It kind of looks like an old, like, Robert Johnson album cover.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what?
You
That
know?
actually reminds me of old, like, Howlin' Wolf records.
Yeah, it is. It's like, I don't know what you kind of call
chest
that
record or something.
art style, but yeah, it's
cool.
it looks really cool. It's like a guy playing guitar. Yeah, and there's some, is there any other ones that they cover? There's Write 'Em On Down, which they do on the new album, but that's by Eddie Taylor.
All the
I'm
way
a King Bee they did, Just Your Fool by Little Walter. So it has like a lot of the original versions of the songs they do on Blue and Lonesome.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, like Robert Johnson, Love in Vain Blues.
I love me some blues.
And it's
Craig.
actually 2 discs.
'Cause it's the working
Seems
man.
like a bit much.
It's the working man that had his heart broken.
Mannish boy.
You know?
This album really is for the working man who's had his heart broken.
Exactamundo.
Or Blue and Lonesome is, but this is also.
It's like you just got a beer in your hand and your best girl broke your heart.
Yeah.
And you just got the blues real deep down in your guts.
Jay McShann and Walter Brown wrote Confessin' the Blues.
Now I have to buy it.
Because you got a worry in your heart. You just need someone to sit there so you can confess the blues
You have
to.
to confess the blues.
So yeah, we're supposed to be like an encyclopedic podcast for the Rolling Stones. So anytime new news comes out, we gotta deliver it. That's what our fans
Allegedly.
ask
for all
for.
of those things. But
Yeah.
we want to give the people, this is actually legit breaking news.
Yeah,
New
yeah,
news.
this is new news. Yeah,
That's why they call it the news, because it's new.
Because it's new. Yeah,
That's right.
and I don't think we have. Do we have any guests today? We did last episode.
Oh, no, sadly we don't.
Kind of got cut short, but it was
But
still a good guest appearance.
I'm gonna say it right now. We're just, is that all for that one?
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest that the next few stories don't go anywhere. I know I'm not really setting it up very well because I don't know how to do this. I'm not very professional.
And we might be like biased as far as if we think you should listen to this podcast.
Yes.
Because we both think you should.
I think you
It's a good show.
But with that saying, what you're going to hear, it's just going to get better and better or worse and worse.
Yeah,
I guess it's what your perspective is.
Yeah.
Depending on how you look at it. And
Yeah.
the last story of this episode, this podcast,
We're going out with a bang.
we're going to go out with a bang, Craig, and we're going to hit, our next episode is episode 60,
Yeah.
and it's just going to be,
That's going to be a big one.
it's going to be brilliant.
Are we going to have a bang on that one, too?
It's a
to go
bigger
on?
bang.
Oh, there we go. There's the Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones pun.
Yeah, this is going to be bigger than the Big Bang, and more meaningful,
exactly.
actually.
One of their albums they made when they were 70 is a bit more important than the
Yeah.
The Big Bang.
Or the beginning of the creation of
or their
the
best
universe.
album. Somehow.
Yeah, or
It's more
music or
important.
whatever. It's
Yeah,
just like,
anyone's album.
thug it.
Oh my god.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
He come to me with money in his hand. He offered me. I didn't ask him. I wasn't knocking someone's door down. I was running from that. When I got out, I was in that. I was already through that. I had that. I had the studio. I went to the studio. I went to Vox Studios. I had it all. And I looked at it and I said, this is a bigger jail than I just got out of. I don't want to take my time going to work. I got a motorcycle and a sleeping bag and 10 or 15 girls. What the hell I want to go off and go to work for? Work for what? Money? I got all the money in the world. I'm the king, man. I run the underworld, guy. I decide who does what and where they do it at. What am I going to run around and act like I'm some teeny bopper somewhere for somebody else's money? I make the money, man. I roll the nickels. The game is mine.
We can't play this game anymore, but can we still be friends?
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Spend the Night Together. Best in the world.
Can we still be friends?
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you hear. You know, do it if you want.
Definitely click subscribe.
This
you don't
one,
have to watch any more videos if you do that, but we get one more subscriber, and it just
makes
those
sense.
things pile up. We're getting huge, but every little person like you counts.
We're getting PewDiePie huge.
Yeah,
So,
we're putting PewDiePie to shame. At
you
this
know.
point. Who's this artist again? Jesus? Because it's that fucking beautiful.
That one was Todd Rudkin. Can we still be friends? Coming.
Rundgren or something?
Atcha. Yeah, I'd be perfect at that gig. Do radio do radio hosts
really?
even exist anymore?
Radios?
Is it just
No.
podcasts like this?
Just Casey Kasum. He still does it. And no one else. I'm Casey Kasum.
I'd Casey Kasum.
And our writer writes Steve Casey.
I those were the days, Craig, as they said.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, Casey Kasum just started.
I
listened to his whole
He was a
career.
clean-cut young man. I remember the days.
Oh my God.
I remember sitting down with Mother and watching.
Oh my god, listening to the radio.
That's always
and
kind of...
dreaming one day they could have some kind of newfangled technology called the television.
Yeah, and maybe even a colored television.
Oh.
But I said colored, and everybody around me
Why?
got mad all of a sudden.
That's
I said, no,
true,
not
Mama.
that. No.
White people and colored people could be on the television. No, son, that's not. Yes, but I mean, never mind.
Now we're going to be talking about love in a little segment called Take My Breath Away.
Goose! No!
The song never gets old. It's very sensual.
It is sensual as hell. It's romantic.
Women want romance. They want to be wine and dine.
Yes, sir.
You
And
know-
if you do that right, you get the third step, 69.
You know,
I'm telling you that, brother, from experience.
with us guys, Craig, you know, we're just
Yeah.
we're very visual.
Just guys.
Men, they're
Bros.
very visual. They just
Yeah.
want they just want to get in there. When you see,
They want to get it
when you
on.
see something, you just want to grab it. You want to
Yeah.
yank on it.
Want to tug on
And
it.
women are more.
Slap it around.
And women are more. You know, you have to
With permission.
You have to treat them nice and
Yeah.
kind of talk to them sweetly.
Son.
Almost like you're taking care of a little rabbit.
Oh my god.
You know, isn't that like a scene? Like, isn't that it's
Is
swingers,
that the-
right?
Oh
Does he
yeah,
even talk about
she's a
that?
little rabbit, and you got these claws, man. You got these fangs.
Great men think alike, even though that was.
But there's also "You're my naughty pet. You're naughty" from Tommy Boy.
All right, everybody, we're going to be talking about love, and I don't mean in a David Lee Roth, Van Halen, menage a trois situation.
Could this be love? Give me Van Halen.
Now,
or give me
Craig,
Adam.
I don't know how you've been out there, if you've been striking out with the ladies or anything like that. The whole relationship scene, but people are
Preach, brother.
people. It's getting harder and harder and stranger as
Yeah.
it seems to meet people. Even though technology has bonded the world and
Yeah.
stuff, several major ways. It
You
seems
can
like
fuck robots.
people
you know,
are
etc.
farther apart than ever. And now I present to you an article from SFGate. Does my sweaty t-shirt turn you on? At a pheromone party, singles try to match using only their noses. This is very stylish.
Huh,
As you can tell.
This is a pheromone party, so they're calling it a party.
It's a party.
Does it count as a party if no one shows up?
It's a party in your nose. Well, no,
Ooh, take that.
take that for data. As you know, any new hot trend
Yeah.
is like the new thing. You know, that we must try.
This is, we're all doing it.
So you know, certain pheromones, obviously, men and women are attracted to one another.
Yeah.
They pick up on these things, and it's you know, it's like a carnal lust or something.
Yeah, so you get to like smell a guy's cock and see if you might.
Like, it smells like garlic bread.
Oh,
You need a good washing.
Oh my god! But based off that, I also think we have a good like match emotionally.
I'd say
Try
maybe
that out.
you can maybe take a shower every once in a while.
Oh my god!
All right, and this
Garlic
is
bread. Oh my god!
all right. So this is from a first-person perspective.
Yeah.
Let's just get into it. Why don't we? As I walked into a party on a recent Thursday night, I was self-conscious in a way that I'd never been before.
Oh.
What if no one likes the way I smell?
Oh, because yeah.
You get it?
Huh.
It's summer in Washington, D.C., so no one smells all that great. But this night was different
Nice.
from your average gathering of sweaty bodies. What? Okay. What would you, real quick, describe as an average gathering of sweaty
Average
bodies?
gathering of sweaty bodies.
Yeah.
Like a sporting event.
Okay. Alright. I was thinking about some kind of, maybe a gang shooting or something
Oh
like that.
my god!
It is
yeah.
D.C. after
Hot
all.
yoga, maybe.
Hot yoga, perhaps, in the suburbs. Says I was about to enter a pheromone party, where strangers would be inhaling my scent via a T-shirt I'd be wearing.
Oh boy.
It's a fun if strange experiment, and most are. Stanford experiment comes to mind.
Oh my god!
Singles are meeting in lots of odd ways these days. Perhaps sampling each other's DNA the way you might go wine
Wow.
tasting makes more
May I
sense
sample
than
your DNA.
swiping through photos on a dating app.
I want to see if your DNA pairs with this cheese I've been eating.
You know, I've tried all types of ways to talk to women. I've never
Yeah.
asked them to sample. Hey, can I sample your DNA?
I
Maybe
did.
just cutting right to the chase.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
that's the perfect way.
I did, and I got slapped across the face.
Do you like wine tasting? Can I check out your DNA? Can I sample it real
God.
quick?
Yeah, I'd be like, do you want me to... I just got reminded of a Dice Clay bit. What, you want me to jerk off in a cup, honey?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want to sample my DNA?
I want you to sweat in a cup for
I
me.
guess I'll jerk off in a cup.
Uh,
Oh, through my sweat. Okay, I'm embarrassed.
That sounds
but-
normal.
Yeah, I'll sweat into a cup.
Well, it is current year.
Sweat into a cup, bitch. No problem.
It says, it's a lovely experience to not visually judge someone. It smells...
Okay.
It's a lovely experience to not visually judge someone.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. To smell someone before you see them. Said Amy Morris, who organized the pheromone party with Pocky. No, that wasn't a racial slur. That's what that's what it says. A new DC arts organization she co-founded. Pheromone parties.
Hockey? Who was
This
playing
is
that?
a racially
Is
tinged
this about Wayne
episode.
Gretzky or something?
Pheromone parties have taken place in New York, London, and Los Angeles. And I was expecting to see San Francisco.
In
there.
Sacramento.
But they share a different type of pheromone. And I've wanted to attend one. As soon as I'd sign up, instructions arrived. I was to sleep in the same clean white t-shirt for 4 nights to capture my pheromones. Then I'd bring my shirt to the party, sealed in a zip-top bag. Oh my gosh. Alright. This is so fucking elaborate.
Do you come on the shirt, or
do you ever meet anybody, or do you just
No.
do all this dumb shit?
And you just sell it to China.
Yeah,
or Japan.
yeah, it's weird. I never met anybody, but I
Sniff
always had to go to the mailbox and send it out to all these overseas addresses.
Oh,
It
and they
says,
just open their mail and it'd be a pair of panties that they just sniff. Be cool. Or some guys.
I met a lot
t-shirt.
of new South Asian friends.
Oh my god.
It says pheromones are chemicals that mammals secrete from our cheeks, hands, neck, scalps, armpits, and other more intimate spots. Scientists have studied whether by
The
sniffing
cock?
that too, yeah, the cockle.
Cool.
Scientists have studied whether by sniffing someone's sweaty
Cock?
T-shirt and the pheromones contained therein, we might be able to detect a good genetic match. However, the science of pheromone-based attraction is far from certain. Additionally, hormone birth control can disrupt a woman's scent and ability to sniff out a partner. I was late in starting the experiment, so I wore my shirt for 2 nights plus the day leading up to the party, meaning that I tainted my odor print, as it called, with hints of deodorant. Why would you do that? Office aroma and whatever it embedded in a bus seat. Yuck.
Ugh.
So whatever homeless junkie just passed out there before. I would later learn that most people had deviated from the instructions in various ways. We're human, not lab rats.
Yeah.
Because this is what human beings do, by the way. Once inside, I pulled a number out of a basket. Number 1. Ha ha ha. Labeled my zip top bag accordingly and put it on a table with the other shirts. One of the event's organizers took my Polaroid picture.
But it was weird. I had to turn around and grab my ankles, and I had nothing on.
See my
And
Polaroid.
I guess that helped with this experiment.
It's for the purposes of science.
And he told me I had to come back to his hotel room later. All the people have to do it. But don't ask them about this arrangement.
That's our little secret. Took Polaroid picture, which I placed on a wall next to a Post-it note, where I would mark the numbers of the shirts whose scents I found pleasing. Pheromones aside, the room's odor print was overwhelming.
Just the room?
Yeah, the odor print of the room, Craig. These are completely normal
did the
structured
people
sentences
know-
and things to say.
Yeah. They're totally normal, conversation sentences.
It's just great to not judge somebody and
Are
just
people-
to base them on their scent.
Yeah. Are people just, not bathing, too? Is that part of it?
Well, I'm sure some people.
It's almost like the organizers are like, no, you were supposed to bathe. And all the people are like, oh,
You're just I wipe
didn't
between
know
my
that.
balls and my crack, and I just got every little nook and cranny. So.
To be honest, I didn't wear the shirt. I mostly just rubbed it on my balls every day after work.
You know what? If you really want to accept me as a partner, you should be able to deal with my best smell and my worst smell simultaneously.
And the worst smell my balls can create.
Is the worst smell is the inside of my asshole.
So I put a little piece of my deodorant and then just these underwear I've been wearing for 2 months.
Alright, so pheromones aside, the room's odor fucking A. Alright. Pheromones aside, hey, the room's odor print was overwhelming.
print.
One of the partygoers whose kombucha brewer was serving samples of maca coca concoction in a mini mason jar. Both ingredients are aphrodisiacs, he told me.
Dude, people who drink kombucha, their sweat just smells like shit. It's just nasty.
It was just very
kombucha.
musky in there. It was just
Sorry,
it was just
kombucha
hot and
Yeah.
sweltering. It was sweltering. Everybody's enjoying their kombucha and maca caca concoction in mini mason jars. Hey, but they are aphrodisiacs after all.
Cool.
Another had a large grouping. What is that?
Queuing
Up for her in a gin cocktail with Icelandic black lava salt on the glass's rim and garnished with a sage leaf, which she would slap loudly. Sound like Artemio. To release its oils before placing it in your drink. Nobody fucking cares about any of this. Okay, sorry. Oh, and give her the wrist of your drinking hand so she can swab a line of lavender oil to reduce nervous tension and enhance blood circulation.
my
I'm starting to understand why ISIS refers to the United States as the Great Satan.
Oh my god. Coming around to their way.
I'm starting to come around. All right, but I haven't. To be fair, I haven't read the whole article. So
That's true.
if
It's a lot better.
if you've lived in Washington long enough, any gathering of young professionals will make you want to head into the hills and just get a goat and the fucking plot of land and never talk to anyone ever again. You're just gonna live off the grid like Ted Kaczynski.
Oh
All right.
my god.
If you
The
ever,
Zodiac Killer.
yeah, come on, Craig, he's the Unabomber.
Oh my god.
If you've ever lived in Washington,
Ted Cruz.
if you've ever lived in Washington long enough, any gathering of young professionals can feel like walking into your neighborhood bar. I ran into several people I know, but have not sniffed up close. A guy
Which
friend.
I usually do when I meet someone, but not these people.
Yeah. A guy. Usually, I smell my friend's shoes when they're not looking.
Oh my god. Usually I rub the soles of his shoes all over my face when he's not looking.
Yeah, I just take the soles out and kind of slap my cheeks with it. Just say, "You've been a bad boy. Ooh,
I
you
slap
deserve
my
this.
dick with it.
You deserve this.
Soles.
You stinky." I ran into several people
Oh my God.
I know, but have not sniffed up close. A guy friend I've known since our teens. A first date from years ago. A
Jeez, it is a small town.
a friend's ex who's wandering around with his shirt off. He spilled salsa on it, he says. And a guy who recognized me from the week prior when I was drinking alone after getting stood up for a first date. I didn't bring a t-shirt, this last man says before reading his poetry to the crowd of 20 to 40 something. But you can come smell me.
He's the real cool guy. He's like, man, I got this thing, bro.
There's
I got
one
it.
at every party, Craig.
Wait, why aren't you wearing the shirt, man? That's the rules. No, I got a thing. Trust me.
No.
I'm gonna go in there. I got this thing.
Now
I'm gonna
that-
read- you know my poetry? You know how it's great? I'm gonna go read that instead of wearing a pheromone-soaked t-shirt. But people can come smell me. What a cool guy.
So the level of
Everybody
douchey
wanted to
smugness
fuck
that would take to get a person in that room is just off the fucking charts.
Yeah.
But to be the guy in that group
That's like the douchiest
is the
one out of
douchiest guy.
them.
That is something.
Yeah. That's something else.
She should fuck him.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna totally suck his dick.
Oh my
All right.
god.
They say that's right. Party goers were also encouraged to inhale pheromones straight from the source. Ooh la la. A projection screen lowered, and Sadaf's Latafian, a clinical psychologist in training, gave a lecture on the science of
Oh,
pheromones.
Sadaf? That was my grandfather's name.
Lecture on the science of pheromones and instructed us to ask for consent before going up to someone and sniffing behind their ears.
I mean, that kind of goes without saying, right? Unless you're a puppy dog.
Latfalian told us she once broke up with someone because she didn't like his scent. Later, she told me that this man seemed perfect on paper, and emotionally they connected very deeply. But that smell, and it wasn't a hygiene issue. He's very popular among the ladies, so I felt kind of isolated in how repelled I was. She recalled when she sampled the t-shirts, most of them smelled neutral to her, she said. The aromas she was drawn to sparked feelings of comfort and familiarity, while a few felt a little distant or unsafe.
Yes, you want a guy that wears your daddy's fucking cologne. Is
This
that
one
what it is?
reminds me of Dad. Oh my god. It just keeps going. All right,
That
buckle
is
in
facts.
because we're gonna do this whole thing.
Yeah, it goes
All right,
deeper.
a lot Falian did meet one man whose aroma she inhaled deeply. Quote, our connection was instant, she said. And not based on scent alone. Yeah. They ended up in a she's a scent queen. They ended up
Don't get me wrong, his asshole smelled great. But it wasn't just that made us fall for each other.
They ended up in a deep conversation about the why Latfalian sometimes shies away from love and her fears around it. To be a
sounds
fly
like
on the
deep
wall
conversation
there.
there.
They've seen each other 3 times since the party. Oh, wow. So they're pretty much married at this point, right? When I looked at my own sniffling notes from the t-shirts, cotton and cigarettes, chocolate, BO, lavender, summer camp, Doritos, I realized I paid more attention to what a shirt smelled like than how the aroma made me feel. Another party goer wrote that his favorite smelled like pottery class. And another one, at the club, and this is probably you, Craig, Jolly Ranchers. Even so, other than the body odor, those smells often were hard to recognize and articulate. I realized that what we smell often takes a backseat to whatever we're seeing or hearing, and gathering was a bit of sensory overload. It is exhausting to be turned into all your senses concurrently, and also awakening.
But honestly, when you find that special lady that enjoys Jolly Ranchers like you do,
Yeah.
it's a special thing.
That's a connection.
It is a special thing.
Alright, so scents feel so visceral and subconscious, more said to me the day after the party. Smelling someone by their ear or their face is
Or
one
their
of the...
pussy.
Or, yeah, that would be more interesting than what we just read. Is one of the first things she does when she's getting close to a new romantic partner. It's a different take on mating. I fucking hate these people.
Yeah.
She said at the pheromone party, she's over the bar scene. Oh, well, I'm over the bar scene because that's so I try something serious like a pheromone party.
Yeah.
Fuck you people. Can you guys tell that I'm getting more and more upset that I have to read this?
Yeah.
It feels the room, the space, my safe space is getting hotter and more cramped as we go. Yeah. As I'm reading garbage.
We try to keep people safe on the show.
Yeah, this is called cosmopolitan trash. Alright, she's over the bar scene and is trying to find new ways to meet people.
This is, believe it or not,
Should walk out in a city street in front of a bus.
Oh my god. That's the safe place she should go to?
The way in which we choose mates right now is haphazard. The way we choose mates right now is haphazard. They're smelling t-shirts, Craig.
Yeah, that's
It's
a lot
so
less
contrarian.
haphazard.
None of this fucking makes sense.
Yeah.
One sentence is like, does anybody proofread any of
Yeah.
this shit? It doesn't make any sense. Choosing someone
Haphazard.
choosing someone based on whether they're successful or tall, that seems ridiculous. No, what? That seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why is it more ridiculous based on the way they smell? All right. Rather than seek out the men who smells, I liked some were pleasing, but none were incredibly intoxicating to me. I was more interested in finding the ones who marked down my number. I located one, tapped him on the shoulder, and announced myself as number one. Number one? I love number one.
Oh, God.
He replied. There was only one other shirt aside from mine, he said, that made him think, yes, this one, this scent. Sniffing strangers' shirts reminded him of being curled up with a lover in bed the next morning after a night spent together once any artificial scents had failed. That's what these shirts, what the shirts remind me of that raw sense of a person. So it's an idea. That's what's going on right now. And these guys, they think it's the scent, but it's really probably the most likely the memory of that person, and the scent just is. That's what brings you back to the memory.
Yeah.
All right. Too bad that he already had someone to share those intimate moments with. My most enthusiastic scent mate has a girlfriend. My most enthusiastic scent mate has a girlfriend. Why did he go there?
What the fuck?
And does he like the way she smells, I asked. Not really, he replied. Yesterday she has so much perfume on that I sneezed when she got in the car. I wonder if that night nudged him to suggest she sport her... What is that?
Oh, it's like, I don't know, eau de natural.
More often. Why is he
But
going
the
to
way she went up to him was because he had put his number next to her thing.
Yeah, no, this is a singles
And then he's all, no, I don't like her smell. Well, why'd you put your number up there?
Well, why
next
isn't
to
he
her?
a singles thing?
And even if you did like the smell, which I would have thought you did, you still would have been like, oh no, I can't date you. I have a girlfriend. What? Why are you here?
These stories. This is what I'm talking about.
And then he was in a car with her. They said too.
Oh, he's talking about that he was in a car with his girlfriend, and she was wearing perfume, and it made him sneeze.
Oh, with his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, so he doesn't like the smell of his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Not the chick he was talking about?
No, he didn't even. This is what I'm talking about,
Oh my
ladies
God.
and gentlemen, where these are little like spiritual battles that me and Craig have to partake in.
Yeah.
And after reading this,
Yeah.
I don't like any of these people, and I wonder, and really, you know, you
so
see like
weird.
birth rates going down and things like
Yeah.
that. And I wonder why, and then you read shit like that.
Yeah,
It's
and it's like,
people
oh,
don't know how to
okay.
even interact with one another or meet each other in a regular way.
Yeah.
She was over the bar scene, so it was
Yeah.
time to smell strangers at the pheromone.
How many times has she
Singles.
probably said, I'm over the bar scene in her life? And then gone to the bar within like an hour of saying it.
God damn.
Oh my god.
All right, we'll be back right after this, guys. We're high energy. Keep up the energy. Come
Yeah,
on.
smell our
Keep it up,
pheromones on the next segment.
Keep them up.
We're Mississippi State fans. We're so excited to be here in Omaha at the College World Series. We look forward to this event every year. Even if we're not in it, we love Omaha. We love the hospitality that they show us. We make incredible sacrifices to come here. In 2013, we traveled with about 25,000. This year, we're going to have at least that when we come into the championship game, which we fully expect to do. The sacrifices that we personally made to be here are incredible. My wife's boyfriend sold his prosthetic leg on Craigslist to afford me the opportunity to be here. But they get alone time, and I get a chance to be in Omaha.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Let's spend the night together. We're still going. That last story didn't kill us. God damn it. It's Malibu, man.
This is all?
Yeah, it's just shove it up your hole, man.
Oh my god.
Let's spend the night together.
There's some rumors Billy Corgan wrote some whole songs.
He did indeed. I think it's
Or maybe
more,
he even officially did.
yeah, more than a rumor, man.
Yeah.
Secret's out.
She would sit on his face and he would have a guitar, but he'd play with her sitting on his face. And he'd come up with songs.
Is that really how that went down?
Yeah, and she was like, any of these you come up with while I'm sitting on there, on that face of y'all's, I get to use for whole. They're not allowed to be Smashing Pumpkin songs. And he said, okay, Courtney, do. That sounds good.
She
I can
kinda just-
barely breathe.
She felt this like what she perceived to be like a nod. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think he nodded.
All right, everybody. It's Cruis'n World. This is a segment where we like to talk about a story from around the world, and that last segment, like I said, sucks pretty bad. Well, maybe it didn't. I don't know. But just the people that wrote the story really bothered the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna make it up
brilliant
for you.
writers. I love how writers of these articles are
They get paid for that.
artists when they,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
They're
they're
the
trying
press,
to be
man.
fucking James Joyce and all
Oh
these
man,
articles.
yeah. I'd rather fucking listen to. I'd rather DMX write an article.
But then they're also doing like this young teen millennial thing. Like, this is literally the most 90s thing ever.
It's very
Remember
cool.
that one? Not that, like, I don't know. It just, it
It-
sounds like they're told, you know, you gotta talk like the kids nowadays.
It's terrible.
It's embarrassing.
Cruising the world.
Yeah.
I
Stories
gotta-
from around the world.
I had a fucking headline for y'all.
These are kind of the news stories that, like, the other outlets won't give you.
Yeah, they
But
might
they're
not
just as
touch
important.
these, but they are just as important. But they might fall through the cracks, and that's where we're there to grab
For
them.
the libtards and the cuck
There's a
conservatives.
lot of libtards, a lot of cuck conservatives out there. I don't
That's
like
right.
them. All right.
That is right.
Vagina beer goes on sale in Poland, made from the essence of hot underwear models.
Now, I gotta say right away, I'm on board.
Now, that's a hell of a headline,
Yeah.
and this is from the fine people at the UK Daily
Mail.
Mail, and they know how to write a story.
Usually we get our stuff from HuffPo. But
yeah,
this is,
usually we do.
oddly enough, this is
But
the
this
UK
is,
Daily Mail.
yeah, any kind of rag, really. It says a
We're kind of from from rags to riches kind of podcast.
This is, this is, what is it? It's
Okay, we'll
kind of
cut
like
that part out.
what is that, Rockaware?
Yeah, it's like Rocco.
I can't even remember.
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller, jeez. That's
The Rock is in the building.
That's like, hey, Rockefeller. He was, he was a billionaire back in the day. Oh, okay. Let's have a company called Rockefeller. That's cool. I like that.
Gotta have ice on it.
All right, so a Polish beer made from the vaginal lactic acid of hot underwear models has gone on sale.
Are we sure that they're hot underwear models?
Yeah. Are we sure this isn't just some guy some fat man jumping up and down in a bikini? You get all that oils, the good oils. The odd tipple has what the fuck?
What?
This is the only drawbacks. UK fans,
the old
we're supposed to be cousins almost over the pond and everything. I don't know what a tipple is. All right, I speak English. I don't know. What the fuck. I don't know what any of this is.
You won't know what an
but
old tipple
anyways,
is.
the odd tipple has been launched by a Warsaw brewery named the Order of Yanni.
The Order of Yanni.
That sounds like a sex cult.
Oh.
Here, join the Order of Yanni. Let me carve my initials in your back.
Oh my god.
Yanni is the Sanskrit word for vagina. So the Order of Vagina. Pretty much.
Of vagina.
Good stuff, but you probably can't sell that so well, so you just call it Yanni. I see.
God. It's like Yahweh. Sort of, I guess. So beer and pussy in one thing.
Customers can now buy the beer and taste the essence of the models at various pubs after it premiered on July 20th in the Polish city of Katowice. I always thought that Poland was pretty conservative. I guess not.
Not as far as pussy beer. They're pretty liberal about
Excuse
that.
Please, it's Yanni beer.
Oh, Yanni beer. Vaginal lactic acid.
The brewery's website tells potential customers, imagine the woman of your dreams, your object of desire, her charm, her sensuality.
I'm personally picturing Stephanie McMahon.
Her passion.
How about you?
And you've got no chance in hell with her. Now you can try how she... Where's my vagina beer? Now you can try how she tastes.
Vince McMahon.
Feel her smell. Hear her voice.
You can test all that out by drinking this beer?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, let me say that one more time.
Do you get the chick's number?
Her charm, her sensuality, her passion. Now you can try how she tastes. Feel her smell. Hear her voice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
look at Monica. Monica is a bright young blonde woman that seems to be enjoying. She's a little bit of lingerie. She's enjoying some of the Yanni beer, and she's a model who contributed to the beer's creation. Look at that.
Right. Wringing out her panties over the bottle of beer.
Now, come on, Craig. Why is it that when a guy does something, it's this big brouhaha, but this woman's just trying to contribute, as it says, to the beer's creation. Yeah, and I think that she should be
Men are allowed to contribute to beer's creation.
And look at her. This is another model named Paulina.
Someone might say she's holding the bottle to her mouth like it's a dick, but I don't
you know
think
what?
that's
I think
fair
that's just a little suggestive, my guy. Now, I just see a woman just enjoying a brew.
Looks like someone giving a blowjob.
She's just enjoying some of that Yanni brew. And this is Paulina. She shows off the new beer.
Is that her own brew? Everybody likes the taste of their own brew. It's a fact.
Says, now imagine the woman that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Now imagine her giving you a passionate massage and gently whispering anything you'd like to hear. This is a lot. This is
like that's the second swig you take, then it gives you that feeling.
That's after the 16th beer.
Oh yeah.
Now
it just keeps growing.
Now free your fantasies and imagine.
Wow.
All of that can be encompassed in a bottle of beer. All in one beer.
Bottle? Wow.
Is this Yanni vagina beer.
You can have that whole relationship with a super hot woman.
That's weird because I think it would taste like copper mostly, not
all that
other stuff.
However, is there a little tampon sticking out of the top? That's instead of a cap.
It's very weird. It's strange because there's no fish oil in the ingredients, but the whole processing plant, it seems
that's in bad taste. You know what's cool though is this definitely gets me excited. It sounds like great beer.
Yeah.
But I'm 75%. It's the second greatest thing I could have wanted.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the foot beer. So they could do more of a feet
I'm just going to go to essence of
Feet
foot.
beer. Yeah. Essence of a girl wearing high heels and stomping on my balls.
Well, yeah. Well, I just
mean-
imagine that it's probably like they ask girls to, you know, wear some socks and then we'll wring them out into the beer.
In high heels.
And,
then we'll ring
and
them
men,
out.
men are such degenerates that they'll fucking buy anything.
They're like, yeah, I'll pay triple. It's like, Jesus
Was
Christ.
the vagina on it?
Vagina or feet? That's all I needed to hear. One of those two.
They're like, calm down, jeez.
Oh my god.
It says, however, one of the first customers who tasted the beer, Gregorz Majewski, was not impressed,
Sounds like a good
complaining that at 25 zolts,
Is that like
€5, the beer
yeah,
costs the same as a normal
zloty.
bottle of wine. So you can buy a bottle of wine or some vag beer.
Wow, or one bottle of vagina beer. And it
Vag
looked like
brew.
what? Like a 16 ounce or something? Not even? Like 12 ounce? Or
I don't know. It looks,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
not
big,
exactly
huh?
a tall boy, but...
No, yeah, it's fairly big. That's probably
He
bigger than that.
said, people will try it out of curiosity, but I don't think it will be a regular addiction on the table for beer lovers.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very, like, unexciting take, but that's kind of, like, what it is.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, well, people will try it once, but it's not good.
For,
and it costs a shitload.
just
It's
for the heck of it.
Yeah, it's a novelty thing.
Yeah. You like your grandmother's having her 90th birthday and you get out some beer.
Oh my
Have
god.
some, you know, the tribe of Yanni or whatever this order
Oh
of
my
Yanni.
god.
A promotional video shows a large brown bottle with a sticker being peeled back. It shows a model in underwear with her name, Paulina, written nearby. The label says, "You're drinking the essence of Paulina."
Oh my god.
Sounds like a horror movie. Alright,
Yeah.
The founder of the company, Wolject Man, described the process by which a gynecologist took smears from their two quote, hot models, Paulina...
Pap or just regular smear? Is it of the pap
I
variety?
believe it was the pap variety. They took the smears of their two, quote, hot models,
Yeah, in quotes.
Paulina and Monica, with
Monica
a K,
Geller?
and had the lactic acid bacteria isolated in a lab.
boy.
So it's the... Is this the yeast? Is
Can
that...
we
Is
get
that
the lactic acid bacteria from your pussy and save it in a little jar for this beer? Sure, I don't see why not.
Let's
Yeah.
just cut out the middle, man. Let me
Oh
get that
my
acid
God.
down there.
Oh
Alright,
my god.
the website described the process ambiguously, explaining the secret of the beer lies in her vagina.
She's like, oh, you want my pussy lactic acid for, like, that beer brewery? The what? Oh, yeah, the beer or whatever. Can I have it?
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever you're talking about, that must be what it is.
Ugh. So it says the website describes the process ambiguously, explaining, quote, the secret of the beer lies in her vagina.
Yeah, we know that by now,
Using
damn it.
high-tech microbiology techniques, we isolate, examine, and prepare lactic acid battery acid. Or not
Yeah.
battery acid. Acid bacteria from the vagina of a unique woman. Well, as long
They're
as
just
it's a
saying
unique
science words and then vagina.
woman. Real
and
quick,
woman
when he said
and-
using a high-tech microbiology techniques and we isolate and examine, I
Yeah.
thought he was going to be talking about DNA. Like, we
Oh my
take the
God.
DNA
The
out of the
strands.
mosquito.
And the two dino DNA, and they combine it with the frog that can change its gender
We isolate the DNA into the woman's
for a
vagina
dinosaur.
and her lactic acid bacteria from her
Oh
pussy.
my god. John Hammond is basically playing God at this park. You know, it's
Is this what Goldblum was talking about? Where it's like
Yeah.
you don't play God.
yeah, it's like the Order of Yanni. They asked if they could make vagina pussy beer,
Yeah,
but they didn't ask if they should.
yeah. They didn't ask shit. And as we know, creation is a violent, terrible
Oh my
thing.
God.
Well, there can be catastrophes and
Yeah.
it can be barbarism or it can be joy.
It's a chaos theory.
It's complete chaos, and I think what's going on right now is a little bit of that.
Oh my
And
god!
they
Little
are
chaos
playing.
theory.
I think they're playing God. It's
Yeah.
like you flew too close to the sun.
Yeah,
You're
it is
put-
like John Hammond.
You have two great things.
The guy who made this beer is like John Hammond.
and you're putting them together. You're putting your Yanni and you're putting your beer together.
Oh my
And
God.
I think the effects could be catastrophic because we know life finds a way.
Oh,
So I think something horrible.
Pussy beer finds a way.
I think this. If you always think like what could start some kind of zombie apocalypse or something.
Yeah.
Pussy beer. I think there's something to it because this bacteria that I'm reading about. That I keep looking at this micro technology that they're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
very
not
scientific.
Yeah, it's. I'm getting worried. And look at these schematics, Craig.
Yeah.
I don't look at a lot of schematics, and I grow fearful very quickly. So this is bothering me a lot. It says admits concerns about the hygiene implications of the beer. This is exactly what I was worried about. The
hygiene.
The order of Yanni. Well, bacteria wise and drinking it, Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah. And it smells like, the back of the kitchen at the Long John Silver's. And you're just like, I don't want another bottle.
Sounds like the Fisherman's Wharf at San Francisco. The sea lions are out
Oh, my
there.
God. All right, amidst the concerns about the hygiene implications of the beer, the Order of Yanni reassured customers that the ladies had been totally checked before having the smears. And the scientific process they use to isolate the bacteria removes all potentially unsavory elements. Well, besides the whole pussy thing.
Oh my God.
And the whole idea of this, and you'd have to be some kind of cretin to just be like, ooh, you're rubbing your hands together, ooh, finally I get to have my vagina beer.
Well, any pap that was in there got smeared out, I think. I'm pretty sure.
This is not the first attempt man has made this
to drink pussy.
This direction. 2 years ago, he tried to convince people to fund his project, but only managed to raise 1,578 euros. And out of 150,000 euro target.
Oh my God. That's not very good.
However, that determined, I almost said demented, entrepreneur managed to raise the funds through a single investor and finally made his vagina beer dream a reality. He said, "We managed to find an investor who believed in this project and supported us financially." Is it Elon Musk? I'm hoping so.
Dad?
Now I'm just gonna tell you motherfucking niggas straight out the dump. Don't fuck with my motherfucking president. Do you understand me? Nigga, we ride with Donald Trump over here, nigga. Draco, we ain't playing with you motherfucking niggas. You understand me? Keep my motherfucking president name out your mouth. Fuck, niggas. Any motherfucking nigga, white, black, Chinese, Mexican, if you want to build that wall, let them build it. You motherfucking niggas out there think it's a game, I'm going to go to war behind Donald Trump. That's right. Do you understand me? We're going to go to motherfucking war, Trump. You got some motherfucking soldiers, boy, right here on your side, boy. Right here, we coming. Draco, talking about we going around. What that little nigga down there in Baton Rouge's name? Nigga, keep my motherfucking president out of your motherfucking mouth, nigga. Talking about you got 100 on the drum. C-cup, you just got your titties done. Main music. Nigga, boy, I got 100 in this motherfucker, boy. And I just got the motherfucking chopper done, nigga. Keep my motherfucking president name out your mouth. If you don't like it, bitch, catch me outside. How about that?
Welcome back to Let's Spend the Night Together. This is going to be the last segment. But I promise you're going to enjoy this one. I'm not going to let you down. Not like my dad did.
Oh my God.
Welcome back, everybody.
On that fateful night.
On that faithful night. Yeah, we're going to do a big...
Inuit man.
No, I didn't want to bring that up.
Oh man. Comment if you know the story of the Inuit.
You know what we're talking about.
Might need to make that its own
Good on you.
masterworks.
Oh my gosh.
So
All right, so for this last one,
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about American politics, American culture, and on the segment we like to call Living in America. Just like the man said, eye to eye, kitchen to kitchen. All right, so we're going to be talking about America, American culture, American politics. And boy, oh boy, are the midterms heating up.
Oh, they are.
New York Post for you guys. For any of you great listeners around the world.
Yeah, we actually know what it's like to be living in America.
We do.
Because
We
we
certainly do. And politics here have just been getting very weird.
If you consider California a part of America.
More like California. All right. Headline, everybody. Bigfoot porn shakes up Virginia congressional race.
You know, this is for my money in my
Now you've seen a lot of campaigns.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. You've been at the head a lot.
It's unfortunate, but this has always been a big hindrance on a lot of campaigns.
This is your Achilles heel.
This has been, I've seen it 1,000 times.
I love the picture of this because it's on the left. You know, it's the left, the Democrat. You have this woman like in a thinker, position where she has her hand under her chin, just thinking, what could be going on?
Thumb and forefinger.
And then in the right, we have what I'm guessing is the Republican. And then he has what appears to be kind of like a smirk on his face.
Yeah, like
cut
a
out.
shit-eaten grin.
Shit-eaten grin.
If you will.
And then that image is on the image of a Bigfoot with
a drawing.
A drawing of a Bigfoot, excuse me. Which looks like to have a giant penis.
Censored out with a black
Now,
border.
that's either an erect penis or a flaccid penis. Either way, it's all the way down to the Bigfoot's knee. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. All right, so that's Leslie Cockburn.
Oh, my God.
Leslie Cockburn has accused...
There really is a God.
All right, so it says, things got hairy for a Virginia congressional candidate Monday.
Have some
some decency.
Have some dignity.
Things got hairy for a Virginia congressional candidate Monday after his opponent claimed he had an obsession with Bigfoot porn. Democrat Leslie Cockburn accused Republican his name's Denver Riggleman. So Leslie Cockburn and Denver Riggleman. So Denver was he's accused of being hot for the Sasquatch in a Twitter post that featured a censored erotic image of the mythical upright walking forest ape.
He's hot for Sasquatch?
For the walking ape. She said Cockburn said my opponent Denver Riggleman his running mate Corey Stewart was caught on camera campaigning with a white supremacist. So not only I guess is he into
pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, he's into the mythical upright walking beast, the Sasquatch, but he's also a white supremacist.
Yeah.
She wrote on a Twitter Sunday referring to his ties with the notorious white supremacist Isaac Smith. Now he has been exposed as a devotee of Bigfoot erotica. Okay. This is not what we need on Capitol Hill. That's true.
But is it though?
You
ever stopped to think?
Has it ever been proven the Bigfoot erotica can't exist on Capitol Hill?
Right.
I mean,
I just want to see the proof, people.
This is kink shaming. That's how I look at it.
Oh my God.
Cockburn is the mother of actress Olivia Wilde.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And she posted a screenshot from Riggleman's now
Olivia
private
Cockburn?
Instagram account showing. So Olivia Wilde's name is Olivia Cockburn, really.
Yeah. That's kind of wild.
Cockburn posted a screenshot from Denver Riggleman's now private Instagram account showing an image of a Sasquatch with a censored bar covering his exposed genitals.
Yeah.
Massive genitals. She
Just
also
massive, people.
posted an image of Riggleman's account featuring the politician's face superimposed over the upright forest beast's chiseled bod.
Yeah.
Denver Riggleman's caption head read, "My buddies thought this pic was fitting for my birthday next week, and to celebrate my new book release in a month or two, Mating Habits of Bigfoot and Why Women Want Him."
What the fuck?
So that's
What in the fuck?
okay. So this is for all those people that maybe you grew up watching Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't have a lot of porn handy.
But you had John Lithgow films.
Yes, and you had the opera, and you had theater, and you had Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the upright walking ape.
Yeah.
You had him, and in this weird way, maybe he fostered you into manhood.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a clinical psychiatrist yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yet. All right.
They could have had a deep, meaningful relationship, if you think about it.
That's true. Mating, and as we know, as we read in the last story, pheromones come into play. Maybe perhaps there's these certain things, almost like a magnet, where positives and negatives. There's these forces pulling them together. Maybe you have no other excuse but to fuck a Bigfoot.
Like the Montagues and the Capulets.
Maybe during a simpler time, Craig.
Oh my god.
So yes, this one's called Mating Habits of Bigfoot and Why Women Want Him.
Bigfoot, more like big cock.
Well, I mean, that kind of goes without saying. That's a little redundant if you think about it.
So then you end the edit here, and we're back.
So I love his name's Denver Riggleman.
Yeah.
An Air Force veteran. I always salute our troops.
Sounds like a trustworthy guy.
He later said the images are part of a joke his military friends played on him, which is most likely the truth. Some
Honestly,
dumb shit.
Probably, yeah.
It's either that or he worships Bigfoot.
And Bigfoot's
in a sexual way.
Yeah.
Sexual manner. Whether or not he is actually he has a Bigfoot fetish, the congressional hopeful tried to cover up the images online, said Cockburn's campaign manager, Louise Bruce. Louise has been traveling throughout the district meeting with real people about real issues that matter to them, Bruce told the Daily Progress, a newspaper in Charlottesville, VA. Meanwhile, Mr. Riggleman is home scrubbing his social media of Bigfoot erotica and who knows what else. I mean, if he's looking at Bigfoot erotica, he's probably murdered people.
Probably.
Denver Riggleman once co-authored a book entitled Bigfoot Exterminators, Inc. The partially cautionary, mostly true tale of a monster hunter.
Isn't that the one where the main guy's name is like... It's like Tom, and he has a friend named like something Gatsby, Mr. Gatsby. That's what that book is, right?
I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
I had to read it in middle school.
Yeah, I read it in middle school.
According to the newspaper, the book is about people who hunt for evidence to prove the legendary upright walking creature is real.
Yeah, I read that junior year.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then yeah. So this is.
I'm like still. I'm still trying to get over the headline at the beginning. I haven't even joined the story yet. I'm still trying to wrap my head around.
So we've heard, obviously everybody knows about political smears, what you could say about your opponent.
We heard about pap smears in the last segment. Now we're hearing about political smears.
We know about pap smear,
cool.
the famous guitars for the Germs, and
Pat
Nirvana,
Smear.
and the Foo Fighters. We know about him. This is a political smear, Craig, and I don't like it. All right?
I don't either.
I'm going to take a stand. All right?
Are you?
I'm gonna write a letter to my congressman and send him or her as much Bigfoot Denver Riggleman erotica that I can get my hands on.
When you take a stand, is it going to be sort of like that REM song? Stand?
You could say that. God damn, that's a perfect way to end this.
Perfect analogy.
That's a perfect analogy and perfect way to just encapsulate the whole episode and just end it on that. Everybody, we thank you very much.
Michael Stipe is a listener. Thank you, Mike.
Mike, thank you very much, my brother. I'm just looking at this picture of the Bigfoot.
Yeah, go look this up, guy. Or maybe we'll have it. I don't know.
Yeah, this is just. I'm just looking at it. I don't know.
Yeah, Denver Riggleman.
So, what do you really think? Okay, I'm gonna lay it all out on the line real quick before we go.
Yeah.
What do you think the chances are of Riggleman legitimately looking at Bigfoot porn? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay,
but
so maybe he does that.
As porn.
Yeah.
I would say if he was not a politician, I would be like, realistically, probably like 2%, 5%. Mm-hmm. As a politician...
Oh, that has to up
These
it
are
up, right?
mentally deranged people. I think you'd have to say at least 33%. That'd be a third.
I'm saying that a lot of these sorts of people
It's
are
still
attracted
probably
to power.
not, but yeah.
I don't know if Denver Wriggleman is really into the squash, the Sasquatch.
Yeah.
The upright walking beast. But
oh my god, with the big cock.
if he is, I've been told that everybody, all is all, love is love. So
yeah,
I
mean, the Bigfoot needs to procreate. I don't know if there's any other like female big feet out there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe to continue the bloodline, he just has to create a hybrid with a human.
Man,
with Denver Wriggleman, and they'd be Denver would get pregnant with half Bigfoot, half human babies.
My God, that is just something else. Do you think a Bigfoot exists?
Yes.
IRL?
Yes.
Oh man, you were quick to say
Yes.
that. It's almost like you were ready for me to pass.
No.
No. I think we would have seen one by now.
Yeah.
And not only that, we would have killed all of them by now anyway.
Yeah,
So
really.
I mean, that's how I look at it. And the only reason that we're still, they find things like in the ocean and things like that, but it's just undiscovered.
Like little creatures,
little crustaceans.
And,
they're like translucent little demon things.
Yeah, with little light bulbs attached to their head and shit.
Yeah. Get high and look at that. All right, everybody. We're
gonna do commentary for Blue Planet.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Planet
great.
Earth.
Hey, if Snoop Dogg did it, why can't we?
Yeah. Look at them alligators.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
yet
Shotty.
again for listening to Let's Spend the Night Together.
Yeah.
This was a strange episode.
Thanks a lot.
This is kind of like I don't know, like our artsy, our college film. That it's gonna be.
Oh my god! This is like our Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah, exactly. There's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, our White Album. Actually,
we hope you like it.
you do.
You do, though.
Just know you like it.
And
check out the Instagram.
Check it out, man. And what I said
Follow
about fuck the
shit.
fans, I didn't mean that.
Subscribe.
I didn't
this
mean fuck
shit.
you guys.
Give it a thumbs up. People have given ours thumbs down. I'm just like, fuck you, man. You can't just move on with your day. You had to go, nah, you guys are not.
If you're a real big fan of the show, we know that you'll give us a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Because it's to motivate us to be better.
Yeah, really.
And I understand that.
Yeah, give us, and shout out a comment, on there.
Shout out to Common, too.
Common. Yeah, go follow Common's page.
Yeah.
He had that album, I think it's just called B, and Kanye West did some production on it. That's pretty good.
Man, oh man.
That's a big reason why we started a podcast.
It is. And if you got any Bigfoot porn,
somehow
be sure to send it our way.
Yeah. Common, I don't believe, likes Bigfoot porn, but we could maybe get that going. Show it to him somehow.
Some kind of letter campaign going.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Our show's really started some big things. So.
Oh my god. Alright, everybody, thank you for listening. Let's spend the night together. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And hope you don't get shot.
Yeah.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be good. You were talking about your private parts?
Yeah, he's just on a...
Tasty, $2.
$100.
Someone like you, I can't wait for the night with you. I'd imagine the things we do. I just wanna be loved by you.
Oh, you hear that song?
Someone like Drew.